The American Athletic Conference football title, that race has been cleaned up a little bit. East Carolina was beaten by UTSA 58-24. Hey, I've been saying UTSA has been able to score, and if you can't keep up, oh well. Well, they did it. They got their act together and they took out one of the four teams that were vying for that championship game. Now, North Texas beat Rice 56-24, and Tulane beat Temple 37-13. So the second and third hardest games of the year went down and cleared up this race a little bit. Now, we're going to discuss what's coming up next week. I'm going to, of course, have the previews, but hey, the American Athletic Conference is looking wild, but it's looking clear. North Texas, Tulane, and Navy, all three are vying for that title game. Next week, Navy's got Memphis. North Texas has Temple. Tulane, I, let me look this back up. They've got Charlotte. They don't have any worry in the world. They've got Charlotte. So Tulane is pretty much in the clear. North Texas probably is in the clear, but Temple can be dangerous. But Navy, who is the number one in the American Athletic Conference, has got to go to the most dangerous game for any of the teams that are left. And let me tell you something, Memphis ain't going to be a joke. But we're going to get into this. Hey, if you like college football, if you like Group of Five football, if you like AAC football, hit like, hit subscribe. I cover college football, I cover college sports because I'm also getting ready to start for the women's gymnastics season. Probably going to cover a little basketball, but we're going to cover these things. So hit like and subscribe. It'll really help me out quite a bit. Also, if you don't mind, hey, I'm not saying that you have to, but if you don't mind, I got a Patreon link down below in my link tree. That would really help me out. I've got a few things that I could use a little help on getting towards. Now, let's get into this. Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video, and I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at the University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Neyland. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there. Let's talk about North Texas's actions today. North Texas, Rice Owls. Hey, the AAC is the Hootie Hoo conference. Drew Mestamaker was 19 of 23, passed for 469 yards. Now, they also ran for 171 yards. He threw 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Caleb Hawkins ran the ball in 3 times, had 97 yards, 20 carries, only had a 12-yard long run. Ashton Gray also ran one in, 22-yard long is his longest one of the day, 7 carries, 1 touchdown. Drew Mestamaker had 2 carries, one of which got him a touchdown. They had 5 rushing touchdowns. Now, Wyatt Young caught 8 passes, 2 of which he returned for touchdowns, one of which he got an 84-yard long run. Trey Williams caught one. Had a long of 56 yards, had only 2 catches, but still. Wyatt Young had 295 yards. Trey Young had 62. That's their 3 touchdowns through the air. Let me tell you something. That's doing some work right there. You got 8 touchdowns in this game. They had 1 sack. They're playing against a triple option. It's kind of difficult to sack the opposing quarterback. They had 8 tackles for losses, 2 pass deflections. Didn't have any fumbles. Unfortunately, they didn't have any interceptions. Couple of 3 kick returns. Simeon Evans had 2 of them. Had a 26-yard long run, 45 yards total. Victor Adder Adderin Boy. Okay, I'm probably butchering that poor man's name. I'm sorry. Had one, but he didn't return it. Punt return. Miles Coleman had one that he returned 7 yards. Didn't need any field goals in this game, but Callie Naguma kicked 8 of 8 when it came to extra points. And Sawyer Evans only had to punt twice, had 83 yards. One was a long of 42. I mean, this team did some damage today. And, it was really good. Penalty wise, they were 2 for 10 yards. So they were pretty disciplined in this game. We're really disciplined in this game. Eric Morris has this team humming. Let me tell you something. North Texas is no joke. They are 10-1 and unranked. That is sad that they are 10-1 and unranked. But we'll see next week. Now let's talk about Tulane's performance against the Temple Owls. Like I said, the Hootie Hoo Conference. Tulane 37, Temple 13. Now I'm sure Casey Keeler would have liked to have gotten that sixth win, but hey, they didn't get it. Um, Jake Retzlaff, 17 of 28, threw 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 3 for 231 yards. They rushed for 175. Now, on the rushing side, Jamari McClure, 17 carries, 122 yards, but no touchdowns on the ground. Jake Retzlaff carried it 5 times, only had 8 yards, got a touchdown on the ground. Now, Shaz Preston, 5 catches, 96 yards total, had a long of 69, got a touchdown. Justin Reed, 2 catches, 5 yards, 4 yard long run, 1 touchdown. That was their 2 touchdowns through the air. So 3 touchdowns right there. Now, Javian White recovered a fumble. They sacked Temple's quarterback Evan Simon 4 times. Had six. They did 6 tackles for losses. Had 3 pass deflections. No interceptions though. TJ Smith had 2 kick returns, 62 yards, which is long, with 81 yards total. Patrick Durkin was 5 of 5 on field goals. They needed those 15 points. He was 2 of 2 on extra points. They had 3 punts by Alec Clark. He kicked it for 151 yards to all 3 together, long of 55. This team performed like they needed to. They had 39 carries with the ball for their 175 yards. Let me tell you something. This team did what they needed to do. Yeah, they didn't get everybody in there, but that shows how many weapons they are. When you're attempting to stop a team with this many weapons, but Jake Retzlaff, let me tell you something. I like Jake Retzlaff, but they have been relying on him a little too much. And so, he's probably got 2 more years unless he goes pro. Maybe John Summerall's got that all in the works unless he goes somewhere else. But hey, the Green Wave rolled today, and it was a good thing for them. They're ranked 24th in the nation. They could go up. They're 9-2. This team has done some work this year, and they deserve to be in the running. They are in the number 2 spot for getting into the championship game. Now we're going to cover East Carolina here because, well, they were in the running, and we're going to show how they weren't able to get it done. Now, Caden Hauser, 18 of 32, 241 yards through the air. Now, Chaston did have 1 throw, and he got it 2 yards. Caden Hauser did throw 2 touchdowns, but he also threw an interception. Whereas Owen McCown for UTSA threw 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, was 24 of 33. For East Carolina, Marlon Gunn had 5 carries, 62 yards, had a long of 50, had a touchdown. That was the only rushing touchdown. Now, Javante Carter got a touchdown. He had 4 catches, 55 yards total. Anthony Smith had 8 catches, had a touchdown, 143 yards. So they had 2 touchdowns. That was their 2 touchdowns through the air. So only having 3 touchdowns against the UTSA that can score like they can, that's not a good look. Anthony Smith fumbled it and lost. Javante Connor fumbled, lost it. That's no discipline going on here. They had no sacks on Owen McCown. They only had 3 tackles for losses and only had 3 pass deflections. Whereas, hey, Peyton Hauser got sacked twice. There were 4 tackles for losses, 3 pass deflections. Oh, and by the way, they also got an interception off of the touchdown. Um, their kick returns were measly. East Carolina punt kicking. Nick Mozzie did get a field goal, but you're looking at they were just overwhelmed by UTSA. UTSA had more defenders out on that field, had more guys that were receiving, one less guy that was rushing, but when UTSA brought out all of their weapons, they showed that okay, they may not have gotten far this year, but they're now bowl qualified. And Owen McCown is showing that he's finally able to get everything going. ECU has had a hit or miss season this year. Not anything wrong with them. It's just they've not been able to do everything. So that's where it ended up. When you've got a team like ECU who has been hit or miss on a lot of things, they haven't been able to get going like, say, UTSA. UTSA started out rough and then they got to going. Hey, I hope East Carolina fans that went down to the Alamo Dome got a chance to have some good barbecue. You UTSA fans, hey, you can cheer on your team. But Kate Hauser and this East Carolina Pirates team, you've still had an amazing season. 7 wins. Things just didn't look like they were gelling for you in a lot of times. And that's the sad part about it. This is a good team that just didn't gel correctly. That's the way I see this team. Now look, there are 3 teams left. Navy on Thursday, Navy and Memphis are playing each other. This is going to be a massive game. Navy is 8-2. Memphis is 8-3. Navy's in the lead. They could go. They If they win this game, they go to the title game. But Memphis is not happy. They lost to UAB. They lost to Tulane. They've just, you know, not been doing good this year. They lost to East Carolina. So, yeah, their fans, this being at home, their fans are going to be expecting something good. But Blake Horvath has had time to heal up a little bit, another week to heal up. This is going to be an interesting game. North Texas going to be hosting Temple. That's going to be an interesting game because Temple's looking to get bowl eligible. I don't think they'll be able to, though. Not against this North Texas team. Tulane is hosting Charlotte. Let me tell you something. Tulane's got the easiest path. They had to win this game, today's game, and Charlotte has been nothing this year. Not because Tim Albans doesn't want that team to be anything. He lost his QB1. He's got way too many injuries and just a team that was getting there and then lost the one person that was helping get it there. Grayson Loftus is not QB1 material. So Tulane is probably going to have a fairly easy game. Never can tell. This is the AAC, but they should have an easy game. North Texas, should be able to do what they need to do. They know what they're looking for. It's a Navy Memphis game that you should be watching. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all 3 days, you should be watching college football if you're an AAC fan because you've got the three most important games that are going to be right there for you. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.